Alright guys, so we got another updated video here for the Caddx and Lite and some developments. Since the last video I put out on this camera, it's been delayed, obviously. A lot of you guys have been wondering where this camera's been, and you can see they've updated the lens. And that was one of the problems of why it was delayed. So here's the version I showed you before. It has a much larger lens, as you can see here. And I think they had supplier problems. I'm not exactly sure what the deal was, but they weren't happy with that lens, I guess. It had some issues with vignetting. It had a larger field of view. I think that was also the problem because the sensor would show parts of the actual lens housing. In this one here, you probably saw that in that video, just on the corners. But that problem's gone with this new lens here. And this new lens housing. This I think is a better match for this sensor. The field of view is wide enough in my opinion, but not too wide. Also, this version here, this sensor is the 4.3 sensor. The previous version you saw was a 16.9 sensor. So this is the one that I would recommend if you're going to get the vertical field of view on this one, even though the overall field of view is less on this lens. The vertical field of view is more on this one than the 16.9 version on that other lens. So that's all good. And if you see, this lens looks really familiar. It kind of looks like the old RenCam Nano 3 lens. I'm not 100% sure if it is the same or not. But if you looked at the UX65 video or UZ65 video, which has the updated RenCam Nano 3, that video quality is horrible. So they obviously have a different sensor than this one. This is the same sensor as on the original Lite video that I showed you. You can see the boards are identical. And of course you can change your settings just like I showed you in that video. None of that's changed. Only the lens and the field of view is a little bit different. And plus this is the 4.3 version. So I'm going to just refer you to the first video that I showed you, and that all the settings and camera and everything are all the same. The image looks the same to me as well. I don't think they changed the software, at least as far as I can tell. It looks the same. Still has that over sharpness that I told them to fix. They didn't fix that. So, but you can just go in the settings and reduce it. It's not that big of a deal. So if, going into the settings and reducing the sharpness, that extra 5 seconds is a deal breaker, then obviously this camera is not going to be for you. But here's the flight footage of this one. It's a little bit of jello because I had to jerry rig this little mount here, the little TPU mount. It goes around the ring of the lens here like this, and I mounted that to a frame that I think was a nano size frame. I can't remember. It barely fit, so there's a little bit of shaking in the video. That's not have anything to do with the camera. This one seemed to mount better the last time because I had a different mount and didn't have as much jello, but there was still some jello in that one as well. But this seems to be a little bit more in this footage. But it's a CMOS camera on bright sunny conditions. If your mount isn't hard mounted properly, you're gonna get some jello. So whatever you put this in, whether it's a whip or whatever, you're gonna have to have some sort of a mounting solution that is gonna be a little bit more robust than this. This is I just kind of put this together in like 5 minutes just to get a flight in. I may make one a little bit better down the road. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, and I may put something together. So anyway, here's the flight footage. Hopefully this is the final version. They ain't gonna change things on me again, hopefully. But yeah, this should be the final version, I think. Anyway, here's the flight footage. Alright, so this is what the new version weighs. So 1.13 grams, and this is the old version. And then this was, I don't think it was ever sold anywhere, so if you guys are wondering. 1.51 grams. So yeah, they've obviously, the weight has gone down because the lens housing is much smaller than it was before, so nothing really surprising there.